Hello and welcome to my second video of Root to Rise yoga, weighted yoga with ankle and wrists weights on my ankles and wrists. They are 2 pounds on my hands, 2.5, and 1 pound on my legs. So not very much, but just enough for us to feel resistance, awaken, and find our core and move from our center and not only stretch but also build a lot of strength while we practice yoga today. So we are just going to simply start on our back, and you might want to have a block or two handy by, and you might also put your favorite music on and get a little energy from the music as we move along. So for now, let's lay ourselves down onto our backs. And we're going to start by just laying flat onto the back and pulling the belly button in and expand the back body and finding the core, finding the pieces that holds the upper and lower body together. Not always the easiest. Sometimes it feels like they are working by themselves. So we want to do some yoga with weights today and plug it all the way in. And then maybe our other yoga practices might feel a little bit more connected if that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I'm doing yoga with weights today with you. Thanks for being here. Let's take the arms up and over. Inhale. And keep that lower back on towards the mat. And then inhale and take it up and over. And again. Inhaling, spine and mat stays together. Extend the arms and inhale, bring it up and over and get to know your shoulders, get to know the front side of the body, get to know the back side of the body, and feel the bottom floating of the ribs and the top of the hips starting to find a little nice connection working together. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, take it up and over. And exhale, take it up and over. Nice. Hands to the sides and adjust shoulder blades. Feel nice and firm and supported on the back side with shoulder blades even down. We're going to roll up the hips into bridging. Come up onto shoulder blades and then exhale. Roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, making sure that we have made some good warm-ups for spine and front and back side of the body before we start to move in our yoga poses with our weights. So here I just would like for you to roll vertebrae by vertebrae and really finding each and every vertebrae on the way up and on the way down, and awaken into the lower abs, awaken into glutes and to hamstrings. The quads are certainly there, and the feet are certainly there. We just want to make sure that all parts are with us. We'll do 2 more here. Inhale and exhale, and lift your way all the way up. And exhale, bring it all the way back down. And 1 more, inhaling, bringing it all the way up. And exhaling, taking it all the way back down. And bring the knees into the chest and hug yourself all the way into an upward facing child's pose, where we get to plug the femurs in and really ground down with that extra weight on our legs and arms. I hope you can feel it. I certainly can. And then exhale, bring yourself back down onto your back with feet down. We're going to take that right ankle over the left knee and do bridging with one leg and your right leg into figure 4. So we're going to lift it up and back down and up and back down, building some nice stability and strength in towards the left hip, and then open up in towards the right side. Adjust into lower back, adjust into sacral part, adjust the whole hip region. And we'll just exhale and inhale a few more times here, 4 more times, reaching it all the way up and lowering it back down. Exhale, inhale, and exhale and inhale, getting ready for some standing poses. And we'll do one more, bring it all the way up and make some good memory up here, and then exhale, take it back down and switch to the second side. Left ankle over the right knee, right foot flat, make sure you're comfortable on your shoulder blades, and then inhale, lift it up and exhale back down. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, squeezing the right glute, squeezing the right hamstring, and firming into the lower abdominals. Inhale, exhale. So yeah, I could feel like this is more strength or muscle tone awareness, which it certainly is. I just really feel like it's really helpful to have some of this into our yoga practice, so that when we do our normal flow classes, we feel a little bit more plugged in. We'll do another 4 here. Sometimes in standing poses, we overuse our hip flexors. So then we'll come to practices like this and weave it together and find glutes and hamstrings and lower abs. One more, take it all the way up, and then exhale, bring it back down. Take it all the way back down, knees into the chest, another upward facing child's pose, happy baby pose. Bring your knees towards your shoulders, sacrum down. We'll stay here for a little bit longer, and this time around we're gonna take the block, or if you have a pillow or a book or something to take underneath your head, so that you can find a little bit more of the core. Bring the lower belly in, back touches the floor, take your legs up towards the sky and extend the whole back side of the legs. Take your arms all the way up, press your belly button all the way in, and you can point or you can flex your toes, whichever works. And we're gonna just keep the arms where they are, but scissor the legs, one down and then switching other side. So we have straight legs, and we don't take the legs further down than where we can still keep that core connected. This is like supine standing poses prepping. And again, we'll keep this going for another 4 here on each side. And 3, stay nice and even in the hips. It's like the legs are being gently pulled so that the abs and the core can fire up. 1 more each side, and then we'll invite the arms to come with. So opposite arm, opposite leg, and bring it back up. Opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it back up. And opposite arm, opposite leg, bring it back up. And we'll just keep this going. I'm hoping that you're feeling this extra weight resistance. I sure am. We'll do another 4 here on each side. So we'll just keep it going. That lower back is staying onto the mat the whole time. And we'll do another 2 here. And 1 more each side, and we should have a little bit of heat going into the body. And slowly bring your knees in and bring your feet down. Take your block away from your head and put it safely to the side. Hands underneath the knees. Let's roll it all the way up. Cross at the ankles and come to all 4s, please. All the way to all 4s. Spread the fingers, second finger forward. Arch the spine up towards the sky. Big wide cat arch in your back. Hold the belly in. And keep the muscles all neatly fired up, but pull the upper arm bones in towards the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Weave your abdominal muscles together. Yoga it all the way together. Plugging everything in. Everything working together harmoniously. And then from there, coming to downward facing dog, stretching into your right ankle, your left ankle. Make your way up onto your toes, bend your knees, tip your heels to the right side and stretch into that left side of the waist. And we're going to start right here and taking that left arm up to the sky and take it underneath and bring it back up. And take it under and bring it back up, weaving the intercostal muscles together for a stronger downward facing dog. And we'll start from the side. And again, inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. We'll do another 4 here, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Bring it all the way up, and then put your hands back down and come to downward facing dog. Pedal your right heel down, your left heel down, stretching into calves, Achilles. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, sink your heels to the left side. Pull the belly in, take your right arm up, and then we weave it underneath, crossing under to enhance our strength and stability into the intercostal muscles, the whole lateral side of the body. Exhale under and inhale, bring it up, and exhale and inhale. And for some of us, this is certainly plenty with that 2.5 pound weight on the arm or whichever one you have. Some of you might have grabbed onto an extra weight. We'll do another 4 here. Exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. 2 more. Exhale and inhale and 1 more. Bring it all the way up and take your hands back down for downward facing dog. Step your feet to your hands and take forward fold, wide with your feet, outer hip widths apart, bend into your knees and give yourself a nice bit hinge and fold. Uttanasana. Rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, using the core, letting those arms be a little extra heavy. And inhale, take it all the way up. Gaze up towards the thumbs and exhale, hinge and fold. Uttanasana. We still have nice wide stance for the feet to wake up the legs, the lower back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step your left leg back and come into a lunge pose. We're going to put your back knee down onto the floor and stretch in towards the quads after our leg extensions on our back. Hands can come to the inside of your right foot, and we're just going to come all the way forward right here and just hang out into our low lunge. Stretching into hip flexors and quads. Pull that right heel in and the left hip comes a little bit more forward. And then from here, extend your back knee, left hand stays on the floor, and the right arm comes forward and lengthens away, like we're getting pulled gently opposite directions. We're going to take the right arm up and over and make some nice big circles. Sweep that right arm forward like a big 360 circle. Inhale and exhale, moving in a nice big wide open circle for the whole right side of the body. Inhale and exhale. We'll do another 3 here. Inhale and exhale. And 2 more. And 1 more. And hands to the floor. Step it back, please. Downward facing dog. Even out your right and your left side. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, take your step over to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, feet hip widths apart, outer hip widths apart. Anything that feels comfortable for your legs, hips, inner, outer, thighs. Let's roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, super rooting down through the legs and the feet as we take the arms all the way up. Palms together. And then hands down through the center line. Exhale, hinge and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, place the hands. Step your right foot back, please. Coming to a low lunge. Get yourself situated. And then right knee to the mat and hands to the inside. For a nice, juicy hip flexor, quad, hip stretch. The whole bottom part of the body, really. Pull the left heel towards the sit bone, and that right hip can come forward a little bit. We'll stay here for another breath and enjoy stretching the legs after laying on our backs in the beginning of class. Take the right hand out to the side, sweep the left arm forward, extend your right leg behind you. Inhale up and to the back with your left arm for a nice big wide circle. Inhale, big wide 360 circle, getting some nice feedback into the core, into the upper body, into the intercostal muscles, into the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And we'll do another 3 nice big circles here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. And then hands down. Step back with your left leg. Downward facing dog. Press the palms. Lift the upper arm bones. Step your feet over to the hands. And inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Press the feet, root down, roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. The whole spine, just like in the beginning when we did the bridging. Inhale, arms out and up to the sky. Palms together and exhale. Hinge and fold. Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step to plank pose, please. You can always put your knees down. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Hips are sinking. And then ribs are lifting. And that way we engage all of the muscles in the core as best as we can. We'll stay for 1 more breath. And then bring the knees down. Come all the way down. Inhale to your cobra. Low cobra, high cobra, whichever works for you. Inhale and exhale, and then take it all the way back down. Push back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. And gently make your way back up to all fours to downward facing dog, getting ready for some lunges. From here, take your right leg up to the horizon. Inhale. Use the back of the leg, use the lower abs, knee to chest. 3 times. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. This time, take your knee to your chest and step your foot between your hands. Inhale, take your hands to your knee. We're gonna come to an angle. So not all the way upright, but a nice big angle from your back foot to your hips, to your shoulders, and then we're going to take the arms out at an angle and pull it all the way back down and to the front. Inhale and exhale, and have fun finding your balance, rooting down. Inhale and exhale, finding shoulders, back body, and the whole front support. Inhale and exhale. We'll do another 4 here, and 3 more, 2 more, finding those abs, and 1 more, and then gently take it forward and up and find your high crescent lunge. You can sink a little deeper into the hips, lift it up and maybe back, and stretch that front side that we worked on. And then exhale, bring it all the way back down, hands to the floor, step it back. Downward facing dog, come to plank pose, bring your knees to the floor, come all the way down. Inhale to cobra, low cobra, high cobra, you choose what works for you. I'm working on lengthening the spine, lengthening the legs, and exhale, come back down, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. Make your way back up to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. Sweep your left leg up to the horizon and take your knee to your nose 3 times. Inhale and exhale, and work through the back of your leg. This is a great opportunity to fire up the whole back body as the front body is supporting. Take your knee into the chest, step your foot between the hands, ground, root down, and then hands to your left leg. And finding that nice angle from your foot to your hips, to your shoulders, to the top of the head. Extend the arms at an angle forward, root and ground down. Inhale, exhale, arms pull down and extend, push against, back out. Extending back out and pulling back down and having a good time right here. Exhale down, inhale, lengthen, exhale, lengthen, like the whole thing. Even though, yes, skin to muscle, muscle to bone, the whole way through. We do another 3 here. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. 1 more. And then we'll take it all the way up and sweep the arms up towards the sky and find your high crescent lunge here. Lifting the heart, the chest, all the way up. Fully grounding, fully rooting down as we extend up and away. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make your way over to plank and bring your knees down. Exhale, take it all the way down. Inhale, cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Pull the ears back, stretch your legs back. And exhale, bring it all the way back down, push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. 1 more breath here. And gently take it all the way up to all 4s. And we're gonna stay right here. Take the right leg back and lift it up. Take your left arm up and lift it up. We're gonna tip it down and lift it up. And tip it down and lift it up, like we're pulling it away from the midline to activate the core, building strength, building balance. We'll do another 3 here and 2 more, 1 more, and we'll hold it up and give it a little pulse up here. 8 here, 6 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back down. Phew, let's do other side. Plug the belly in and extend your left leg out. Take your right arm out and your left leg comes up. Extend away and hug into the midline all at the same time. Toes and fingers down and up. Work that back body. Engage the glutes, the whole posterior chain of your spine. Build some good shoulder, arm awareness. And we'll take it up 3 more times. And 2, and 1, and then we'll hold it up and pulse it for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back down. Let's take child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. We'll take a little pause. We still have some squats and side angles left. So we'll take a pause here and recover. Take a few breaths and then make our way up to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Before we head over to the squats and the side angles, we're gonna make our way over into a leg version of Warrior 3 by first coming into Uttanasana, pyramid pose. So let's take the feet all the way together, sweep the right leg up towards the horizon, use the abdominals to lift the leg up as much as our glutes and back of the body. Step your right foot between the hands and come to Uttanasana, pyramid pose. After those leg extensions in tabletop, it feels good to stretch out in towards the hamstrings and into the glutes. You can use your abs to take your head towards your knee. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward to even out the hips facing to the front. Few more breaths right here. And then exhale, make your hands back down and step it back to down dog, to switch sides, left leg up to the horizon, and use the back body to lift the leg all the way up, and then step your foot between your hands and come to Uttanasana, second side. Pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. Use your abdominals to fold forward. Few more breaths right here. And then gently hands to the floor, step it back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come up high onto your toes, bend your knees and arch your spine. A couple of cat-cows here to even out that right and left side from stepping forward. One more, arching the spine. And then from here, we're gonna step the right foot between the hands and give ourselves a little kick forward and lift the left leg up to our warrior 3 stance. If you feel adventurous to lift your arms up into warrior 3 with your wrist rates, then please do so. I'm going to keep my hands down and focus on my leg. You can bend into the standing leg and extending into that back leg. One more breath and then exhale. Take it all the way back down and fold. And switch sides. Take your left leg up take your right leg up to the horizon. Pull the belly and bend into the standing leg. Use the back body. One more breath right here. You can raise your arms up if you'd like to, or simply working on that shape of the leg and holding and using front support and back support. And then exhale, step all the way back to downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then step one foot between your hands so that we can face each other, and bringing your hands onto the mat right underneath your shoulders. Arch the spine and bring it all the way back down, and arch the spine and bring it all the way back down. One more time, arching the spine up and coming back to center. This time, take your hands to your hips, elbows to sky, and come up to standing. You might grab a weight or something extra for your hands if you wanted to. I'm going to bring my feet just together a little bit closer, and so that they are still wider than the hips, but something comfortable for squatting. We're going to interlace the hands and bend the knees and take it all the way down and sweep it up towards the sky, and bend it back down and bring it up towards the sky. And as we come down, we squeeze the leg muscles. As we come up, we find and squeeze the glutes and the lower abs. That's what we'd like to find here. Bring it back under, swing it up, and back under, swing it up, and under, and bring it up, and under, and bring it back up, and under, and up. And we'll do 2 more. Really lengthening that front body and give it that nice strength and support to glutes and quads and lower abs. Last one, and take it all the way down. Hands to hips. Widen your feet. Take your right toes forward for warrior 2. Arms out to the side. Take your palms up towards the sky. We're going to bend the front leg and then extend. And bend it back down and extend and bend it and extend. Keep that lower belly lifted and bring in the glutes to help you to move from pose to pose. Warrior two to a tall standing Trikonasana. And we'll do 2 more here, using the arms, the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, all of it. Last one, take it all the way down and take it all the way up and back for reclining warrior. Forearm to thigh, sweep the left arm all the way up. Excellent. From here, squeeze into the legs, squeeze into the glutes, make a fist out of your left hand, and like in the beginning, take the belly button in. We take the left arm underneath and then bring it up. Take the left arm under and bring it up. Stay nice and steady into your legs, into your glutes, into the lower abs. And again, bring it all the way up, underneath. 2 more here. Stay nice and rooted in the legs. 1 more. Take it up. Take your right hand inside or on the block. Take that left arm up and over. And give yourself a few breaths. Grounding for the gaze down. And then left arm up. Take your arms out to the side, warrior two. Extend your legs. Take your hands down. Turn your toes forward for a little pause. Shake it out and switch to the second side. Left toes forward. Turn your right foot parallel with the mat behind you. Bring your arms out and find your warrior two. Flip the palms up and then from here, pressing and extending. And extend arms and legs. Bending, bringing it back up and bending it back down. And again, see what parts of your legs you're using. See if you can also use the back side of the legs. So it's not just adductors, but it's sides, it's glutes, it's all of it. Squeeze onto those glutes and make them help you to stand nice and strong and powerful into your warrior two poses. We'll do another 2 here and 1 more, and then we'll take it all the way down. Take your right palm behind, sweep your left arm up and over and get into that side body. And take your left arm to your left thigh, sweep your right arm up, plug the belly button in, make a fist out of your right hand, palm, and then underneath. Stay super grounded and then pull it back up. Squeeze glutes, lower abs, find your footing by hugging and squeezing skin to muscle and muscle into bone. Repeating it over and over again. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Stay within the front side of your body with your shoulder. And we'll do another 4 here. And 3 more. And 2 more here. And 1 more. And then we'll take that right arm up. Hold on to the core. Left hand down inside. Maybe on a block, or maybe you stay with your arm on your leg. Take the right arm over if it's available. 1 more breath right here. The gaze can stay down to root a little extra. And then squeeze into glutes, belly, right arm to the back, left arm to the front, warrior two, and extend and come back, hands to the sides with feet in the center. Turn your heels in. We have 1 more set of squatting, power stand, or goddess pose in motion. I like that, goddess pose in motion, so that we stay grounded in the legs, rooted in the feet, super steady. Knees and ankles are stacked, and you can make a fist out of your hands, or you can take a heavier weight if there's something extra that you needed to lift off. Who knows, there might be all kinds of things we need to kind of release from our energy field. For me, this is plenty. 5 pounds, 2.5 on each hand. Maybe you have the same. Take your hands down and bring it up. This time, we'll see if we can stay with our legs bent. So it's a little different than from before. Inhale, lift it up, and take it under. Inhale, lift it up. And we do 8 more here. Squeeze all parts. Inhale and exhale. We'll do another 5 here. Use your abdominals. And another 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Take your arms out, press, and stand up, hands to the side. Let's walk our feet all the way together. Shake it out, and take your right foot behind your left, and we'll come into a standing crescent. Few breaths right here, and then inhale, take it up and over, arms to the side, and switch second side. Take your left foot behind, take your arms up, take your left wrist, and give it a nice big crescent over to the side, and then gently take it all the way up. Arms to the sides, and stack your feet one next to the other. And let's come to the front of the mat. Feet together, bending your knees. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky. Exhale, release, hinge and fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, place your hands, step back, downward facing dog, please. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then see if any of that core work and that holding the front side and building the back side and holding the back side and building the front side, maybe that feels different here in our downward facing dog. There's a lot of components to be involved in down dog. There needs to be a nice even feel in the feet, shoulders and hips aligned, triceps and biceps hugging into the center line. We'll take 1 more breath right here, and then walking the feet over to the hands and sitting down, coming into a squat, giving our hands up towards our third eye, rounding the spine. We don't have to hold any muscles, we're just stretching the whole back body. And gently taking yourself down to a seat. And my favorite, we roll up and down 5 times. You can hold your hands close in, or you can have them further out. You choose. I'm going to have mine close in and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And bring it back up. And we have another 4 left here, rolling it down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. And taking it all the way up and over. And another 2 here, rolling down, rolling up, and bringing it back down, and up. I think we have at least 1 more. Let's do 1 more for good measure. And taking it all the way up, and then here we'll take the arms out to the side, palms facing up, and we pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse, and we pulse 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and bring it all the way in. Bring your knees up, bring your lower legs up into half boat pose, hands supporting underneath. Certainly the toes can stay down, and we work with this, maybe one leg, maybe the other leg, maybe we alternate right here. We don't have to lift up both, but we might. Some of you can lift up both, some of you are going to sit down. You might lay on your back and lift your legs up, so you can choose. Pull the belly button in, support the front side, squeeze your whole body, arms out for Navasana. Maybe you take your legs up for boat pose or Navasana. And then we're going to roll down into half boat pose, keeping that lower back in towards the mat. So my legs are not coming far down at all, because I want to make sure that I have that lower back into the mat and building the front support of my body and building some good strength and stability for my lower back. It's a never-ending organization, right? Each time we come to the mat. We'll stay for 1 more breath, and then exhale, bring it all the way down, hug it all the way in, and take your feet flat, palms down onto your mat. You can take your legs back up, and give yourself just a leg up into the sky. This feels pretty good. If you feel called to take your legs over your head, then you can take your legs up and over into your plow pose, hands facing down. You might take your yoga mat and hold on to it. So either what works for you. Sometimes it depends a little bit on where the hands land and if we were in the middle of the mat or not to take that side of the mat. No need to come down and adjust. Just hang out into your forward bend, engage your front body, engage your glutes, your lower belly, and then we're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. We roll it down, nice and easy, holding on to that center, and bending the knees in, and taking your feet flat onto the mat. Take the arms out to the side and give yourself a couple of windshield wipers, side to side to side. And give yourself a couple of nice twisty turny feelings. And we have we're going to do a little bit more for the side body and kind of end the practice where we started it into that side plank when we threaded the arm underneath. So we'll do a little bit something similar but in an open style. So let's come over come to one side. It doesn't really matter which side you choose, maybe just to face this direction so you can kind of see what is going on for the first one. So stack your knees in line with your hips, and your knees are stacked above and below each other. Take your arms out like a seal and you lay onto one side, and the arm on the top is going to open over to the side and then back up again, and open and twist and open and twist, and keeping those knees stacked, keeping the hips stacked, and we're just tapping back in towards our whole transverse abdominal region and the entire chest region and the shoulder, intercostal muscles between the ribs. Keep your knees stacked. Inhale and exhale. We'll do another 4 here, and 3 more, and 2 more. I'm hoping that you're feeling some good awareness into the shoulder. And then this next one will open up for supine twist, taking it up and over, keeping your knees stacked, stretching in towards the right shoulder, doing what you need to do to get into a comfortable supine twist form. Stay for 3 breaths here. And then gently taking that top arm back over and switch to your second side. So you can just switch over to your second side and stack your knees in towards the same level as your hips or your belly button. Knees are stacked, one on top of the other. Arms are stacked, hands are stacked, and those weights are stacked. And then from here, we're going to keep the knees where they are and open the top arm up and over, and kind of untie knots in shoulders and chest and lungs and in the whole upper body area. A few more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we'll keep this going into that shoulder side of the body. We'll do another 4 here. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more. And then we're going to take it back up and over and leave that top arm to the back side and stretch into your shoulders. Supine twist. Knees and hips are still stacked, one on top of the other. And we get you nice, have some couple of nice deep breaths here into the upper body, into the spine, into the hips, into the sacral region. take another 2 breaths here. And gently take that top arm all the way back up and come onto your back, please. Hug the knees into the chest, upward facing child's pose. Hugging it all the way in. Happy baby pose. Hands outside the feet, knees to the shoulders, sacrum down, shoulder blades down, free neck and throat. And then we're just going to hug everything in and bring your chest or chin up or head up. Squeeze everything into the center line. And then exhale. Let's release out for 20 breaths into Shavasana, where we just get to relax and rejuvenate together for a few minutes. And kind of check to see how that felt. It was not your ordinary yoga practice, for sure. I'm hoping that these practices with ankle and wrist weights will help your ordinary yoga practices and help you to move more from the center. Another 3 breaths here. And gently move your toes and your fingers and stretch your arms over your head. And if you wanted and needed, and maybe you should stay longer in Shavasana, then you just pause me and stay longer and finish in a little while. Bring your knees in, come over to one side and make your way up to a comfortable seat. And checking in to see how it feels to sit onto the sit bones, hands on the knees. It's easy to put the hands on the knees with weights. They really do just ground right down. Thank you so much for joining me for this very different yoga practice. I hope that you feel a little stronger and a little bit more hugged in, and maybe a more flushing in and out of the muscles. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next practice. We have a couple of more of these, but if you wanted a different form, then please visit my YouTube library. I have lots of other classes that has no weights involved whatsoever, all from yoga flow to yin. Thank you so much. Let's take an Om together and join our voices for ourselves and with each other. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And release your hands. And I look forward to seeing you in my next practice. Have a great time, drink a large glass of water, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Namaste.